White veganism is a term that people throw around very frequently, but we rarely ever interrogate how it gets used and, more importantly, what Black veganism is meant to convey in contrast. Of course, it's easy to see why it's attractive to bucket veganism into white and Black identities because, after all, feminism followed a similar trajectory. Like, white feminism was rightfully observed to be exclusionary and racist, and Black feminist thought critiqued the constraints and limitations of white feminist thought. And the outcome today is that most people don't distance themselves from feminism because white women are racist. Yet we do that with veganism, i.e., people shrewdly criticize white vegans and white veganism, but their critiques often reveal that what they want to criticize is veganism itself, and racist white vegans are the convenient vehicle they use to do it. The argument generally goes that white people use a plant based diet as a means to oppress people based on nutritional purity or to confer a type of moral superiority, which is entirely true of a lot of white vegans. But the argument also implies, and sometimes says explicitly, that it's somehow a white thing to care about animals. Black veganism, on the other hand, is often associated with reclaiming health and prioritizing personal care under white supremacy and white supremacist constructs. And it makes people feel more comfortable because it doesn't threaten to destabilize their preconceived notions of animals as objects and exploitable resources. And where Black vegans do push back against anti-animal narratives, they're labeled as whitewashed. If a Black person's veganism comes from a place of multi-species solidarity rather than a place of individual self-interest, any further analysis can be shut down because they're seen as race traitors. And it's all very thought-terminating and, in many cases, downright ahistorical, to be honest. But if we examine this so-called Black veganism more closely, is it inherently liberatory, or does it conceal a lot of harmful, ableist, fatphobic, misogynistic, and homophobic rhetoric behind this curtain of pseudo-spirituality? Take the social media accounts of that vegan Melanin, for example. He's got nearly 60,000 followers on Facebook and 34,000 on Instagram. And he shares a lot of information about plant-based eating, but then he uses it to create a very right-wing pipeline that leads to a lot of bigotry and disinformation. Here's a tweet that he shared featuring U.S. political commentator and Democratic strategist Simone Sanders. And the text over her is a quote that's said to be from Rizza Islam, saying the only kind of Black man that is accepted by white supremacy is the masculine Black woman. It implies that Black female strength itself is anti-Black and codes Black female leadership as white. And is that an accident that Simone Sanders is a target? Because Black women with short hair and strong features are often masculinized. And then that vegan Melanin compounds this with homophobia by including his own caption, adding, and the emasculated Black man. So my question is this the Black veganism that's meant to liberate? Anyway, I wrote a whole essay about it that's featured on the Apex blog. If you'd like to read it, check out the You Know What in the You Know Where. And if you'd like to talk about it with us, register for the Apex Reading Club, Read the Room. We're going to hold a live discussion with a friend of Apex, Chantal Elaine, who is the genius behind Afrocentric animal liberation, and you can be in the room. The event is going to be recorded, but that recording is going to live on our Patreon. So if you want to see the whole thing, you got to subscribe. And of course, like, follow, and share if you want to see more from Apex Advocacy.